Hiring a hitman, looking to order some hard drugs, maybe you want to buy an Uzi or a handgun. It's all available in the bowels of the internet, and it's websites like this that are growing at an alarming rate. Tonight on City News, we're taken for a tour of the dark web.
Sex slaves, drugs, weapons, pornography, rent-a-hacker, anything that you can imagine is purchased on the dark and deep web.
Cytelligence CEO Daniel Tabok and his team have spent years creating profiles on the dark web, an illegal flea market where criminals buy and sell items. Almost everything is available for a price.
Give an example, Asian hitman.
We were shown multiple postings for, quote, hitman services. One advertisement stated that the minimum cost is 1,500 euros, going on to state that if live streaming is required, additional costs are required. There's also a war chest of available weapons.
The interesting part about some of these guns that are featured here, these are very high powerful weapons that would be used in organized crime.
You're using FedEx?
Yes.
To send illegal guns?
They'll send it with a FedEx, they'll send it in pieces in different packages, so even when it's opened by a customs agent, they see that it's just one part. Also, recently there's been lots of transfers done by drones through the lakes.
I think a lot of people might be shocked to hear that.
Yeah, it's it's something out of a Hollywood flick, but with the access to new emerging technologies such as drones and their distance that they can travel, this has now become a reality. This definitely contributes to the gun problems that we're having.
The list of drugs available reads like a grocery list. Cocaine, meth, prescription, speed, and pills are all available.
14 grams of pure cocaine. You look at their 5-star rating, that means people have commented about them and so on.
Sadly, child pornography is also a popular commodity on the dark web. Tobok notes that they alert the authorities anytime they come across pedophiles. Today, we were only shown a select few illegal dark websites. The team at Cytelligence, whose clients range from large corporations to government agencies, is conscious not to blow their cover online.
Some of our longest profiles have been there for 18 years in the dark and deep web.
Discretion is
key.
Is there anything that can be done to stop the open trade of these guns and drugs, honestly?
Unfortunately, not at this point. It's very difficult to zero in on the people behind the keyboard. And that's where the dark and deep web really lives. And the reason it's so powerful, it's very difficult. The mechanism of actually discovering who's behind the keyboard is near impossible.
Ahead on City News, how much your Visa number could be worth online and the staggering amount of info that could be stolen from a simple email hack. Earlier on City News, we showed you how hard drugs, guns, even a hitman can be purchased on the dark web, though it's not the only thing being sold. Your Visa number, your SIM card, even your email passwords are big business. They're traded as a commodity and sold. And here in Canada, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
I don't think there's a single person in Canada today that can freely say with an open conscience that their information is secure. Considering the breaches that we have had over the past 2-3 years, from Equifax to Home Depot, when you look at some of the largest breaches out there that actually affected Canadians, you must have fallen to one of those buckets.
In November, Marriott Hotel announced that its reservation system had been hacked and the personal information of upwards of 500 million guests, including the passport information of Canadians, may have been stolen. We reached out to the Privacy Commissioner today to ask how many Canadians had their personal information compromised as part of that breach. Citing privacy concerns, they declined to comment, though the personal information of Marriott guests is already appearing online on the dark web, according to Cytelligence CEO Daniel Tabok.
There's some fake groups out there that are saying they have data, and there's some real groups that are actually starting to get pieces of data for sale.
Tabok says the price of stolen passport information sold online can range from about $50 to upwards of $500, depending on who you are.
This is them selling various SIM cards. They're going to sell somebody's login info to their probably to their online banking.
Tabok and his team at Cytelligence looked into my personal email accounts on the dark web.
We did a particular search for you and your profile, and we were able to find those email accounts that had, different passwords associated with them. So they could be selling that information to another person or another entity that would try to attack you and potentially ransomware your computer because they have some information. They log into your email account. They might try to spy on you. They might try to hack your camera. It's really just another gateway into another thing that can happen as part of the puzzle.
Just simply one email address.
One email. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Each year between December and February, the number of cyber crimes in this country spike as criminals try to access your personal info, like your banking information, during the busy holiday shopping season. In 2017, Stats Canada found that businesses spent $14 billion to prevent, detect, and recover from cybersecurity incidents in this country.
That number continues to climb in an alarming rate because, unfortunately, it's a cat and mouse game, and so far we're losing. Law enforcement, I think, does an amazing job in trying to find this and skip through and so on. Unfortunately, they have limited resources.
The team here at Cytelligence tells me on any given day there is upwards of 7,000 dark websites online.